and welcome to the
Okay.
Transformational Detox webinar with Sharon, Feanny, and Helen MacMillan. Sharon Feanny, wife and mother of three, is a multi-passionate entrepreneur who has created two of Jamaica's best-loved brands, Starfish Oils and Shakti Mind Body Fitness. Sharon's newest venture, her Live Fit Detox program, is a fusion of her 30-day detox program and 30 years in the field of health and wellness, and is already inspiring thousands of people across the world to improve their health and maximize their potential. Her 7 and 21 personally guided detox programs, combining her signature Live Fit Yoga with a 3-phase result-oriented program of elimination, integration, acceleration, and motivation, is already a buzz in Jamaica and worldwide. Her yoga classes, detox programs, and high-vitality cooking workshops are offered in the beautiful Montego Bay, Jamaica, or online, so you can participate wherever you are in the world. Sharon's Live Fit Detox program combines her work and her passion and embodies how she lives her life and serves others every day. Live fit, live life, and most importantly, she says, to live love. Sharon will be joined by Helen MacMillan, who is a mind-body expert whose work has been featured in the media on national and international levels. She is passionate about teaching people how to use the power of the mind-body connection to consciously change their experiences and create a life of passion, purpose, and unlimited possibilities. Born in Jamaica, Helen graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Physical Therapy from Howard University in 1985. She successfully owned and operated a private practice and wellness center in Jamaica for 15 years called Healing Hands, where she honed her skills as a holistic practitioner, blending Eastern and Western techniques. As a founder and CEO of Helen MacMillan Coaching, Helen expresses her life purpose by helping individuals explore and step into the truth of who they are passionate about being and breaking free of conditioned mindsets to live joyful, abundant lives. Her wealth of experience and varied background, along with her gift of intuitive insight, make her coaching unique as she integrates the many techniques that she has mastered during her illustrious career to create the process of transformation fast, fun, and easy. So we welcome to you now Sharon Feanny and Helen MacMillan. Helen, how are you?
Thank you, Monique. I'm well, thank you. Glad to be here today.
Great. And could you tell us a bit about what it is that you'll be doing in this Transformational Detox program?
Well, I'm really excited to join Sharon for this program because I've actually done her detox myself before, and so I know the power of detoxifying your body. I also know from my work over the years in healthcare and in coaching that a lot of the toxins, we have the environmental toxins from the air and from the foods and things that we eat, and the pesticides and things like that. And we also have emotional toxins that we hold within our tissues of our body as well. So unresolved anger and resentment and guilt and shame and things like that. And also just, places where we haven't been taught to step into our power. So I think the combination of detoxifying the tissues of the body and at the same time going through the process of releasing the beliefs and the mindset that no longer serves us and the emotional things that no longer serve us is extremely powerful. So I'm very excited to be part of this process.
Awesome. And we have Sharon Feanny also live. Hi, Sharon.
Hi, guys. I hope you can hear me this time. I completely cut out there, so we're all good. Yes. You know what I would love? What I would really love is if everybody could just type in that little part on the right hand of the bottom right hand of your screen, just type in your name and just say hello, just so that we're all connected and we know that we're hearing each other. And if you can't hear us or any technical difficulties, just let us know right there.
Just to be clear, the chat box is located underneath the video chat.
Right.
All right.
So, guys, I kind of missed what Helen said, but first of all, I'm sure she was very eloquent and spoke well about the detox and what's happening. But first of all, welcome everybody, and I just want to say that I am very excited about this detox. It was not planned. The stars just kind of aligned, and Helen, who is my life coach and has been for the last year or so, maybe more. I'm very bad at math, but it's been a long
yeah.
Just happened to be in Jamaica, and the one thing that I always wanted to do on my detox was to take you a little bit deeper in terms of the mind-body connection and finding out why is it that we got into this state of toxic overload in the first place, because it's not really just about food. It's about so many other things, and most important, it's about the toxic thoughts in our brain, in our mind. So I have had such a fabulous experience working with Helen. I think you've read that on my emails, that I thought, wow, if she's here for that week, let's see how we can co-teach this program and really take you to a level that we just don't normally have time to do. So basically, we don't have a lot of time today. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to talk a little bit about the actual Live Fit Detox, what it entails, how it pillars of the detox and the 3 phases of the detox. And then we're going to talk about how we're going to incorporate Helen into the program.
Uh-oh. Sharon froze for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll just wait for Sharon to come back in the meanwhile. So this detox program will be from March 1st to 7th of this year. That's in a couple weeks right now.
Yes, and maybe till Sharon makes it back, we could just talk about. I could address a little bit about the schedule until she gets back. Let me just pull it up here in front of me. Oops.
Sure. So some persons have done the detox program before, her 7-day detox program before, and they're accustomed to, coming in some mornings or coming in some evenings. But this program is a little bit different. I've been hearing.
Yes. What we've added is to make space for the deep inquiry that the coaching piece brings to it. Is we're going to be doing a full day, what we call an intensive, on the the Sunday, the first day, which is the Sunday, the March 1st, and again on Friday, March 6th. So that will be is we'll have yoga as usual every day. They will have their delicious high vitality meals, and the first day, as usual, they will have their the pH testing and their taking stock of where you are with any journey. You always want to get a good idea of where you're starting out, and then have a vision of where it is you want to end up, and then you kind of chart your course to get there. So that first Sunday, we're going to be doing, apart from the yoga, a workshop day, really. I'm going to take people through the process that I teach a lot in my Shift into Your $1 Million Zone, because the $1 Million Zone is a state of being, right? It's a state of peace and ease and joy and well-being, which is the end point of where we want to get to. And they're going to learn very specific tools of how to make a shift in your mental status, in your beliefs, and in your emotional state, quick and easy, because I really believe that this process has got to be fun. Nobody likes to look at our stuff, right? So it has to be, I always say this journey of self-discovery has got to be fueled by compassion and non-judgment. Yay, she's back. Hi, Sharon, you're back. Can you hear us?
All right, so we can continue this. I don't know how many people are on, if there's any way we could maybe do a Skype hangout, something like that, but let's try to do what we can. So
we're doing good.
Where did I leave it? Where did I...
Well, I was just filling in for you and talking a little bit about, what we'll do in the 2 days and what was different about this in terms of the 2 full days, the Sunday and the Friday, and so that's the piece I was talking about, and just that we're going to do it workshop format along with the yoga and the pH testing and everything else. So you can pick up from there.
Let me fire away. And as I say, if you have any questions, just type them in and we'll address them as quick as possible. Okay, so the big why is, why do we need to detox? Obviously, you came to this Google Hangout and have been responding to the emails because you feel that there's something that needs to be shifted or changed in your body. And most of us, if we are living in the 21st century, we are in some form of toxic overload. It comes from the food that we, the stuff, the contaminated water, the medications that our cell phones, toxic environment we're on, environment, stressful relationships, all of these things, solution to toxic overload in the body. So what is toxic? From our, what does it look like? What does it feel? Our computers and feel like? I'm going to talk about 12 different signs that the body is in toxic overload, and maybe you can relate to one or two. This is the one that brought me to detox. This is the one that got me into what I'm doing, and it was indigestion, bloating, acidic stomach, pain in my belly, very acid, just not being able to digest. I wasn't digesting my food, and neither was I digesting my life. And that's what brought me to detox. So that's a big one. Digestive disorders, excessive sinus and allergy problems. Constantly, you know, you're constantly picking up every allergy, or you're allergic to everything, or your sinuses are always draining. Headaches, migraines, moodiness, depression, anxiety, just not being able to cope with your life. Insomnia, that's a big one. You know, you just can't sleep. You lie in bed, no matter what, you can't sleep. Or you get a really good night's sleep and you wake up being exhausted. So chronic fatigue, always exhausted. You just feel spent. Few more eczema, skin rashes, adult acne, things like that. Like, you know, hello, I'm 40 years old and all of a sudden I'm breaking out everywhere. Or acne in your body, on your chest, on your arms. You catch everything that's every illness that comes by, and you're trying to get over it. My last detox was around chickpea. Here's another big one, and this one is really popping up everywhere. Inflammation in the joints, rheumatoid, early onset of rheumatoid arthritis, inflammation in your joints, joint pain. As you know, at 30 and 40, our knees should be still working. You know, you shouldn't be experiencing unable to go to the bathroom, constipation, or the opposite, diarrhea. Every time you eat, you're just like flushing out, like this. Again, back to the digestive system. Another big one that was for me. I still think I need help in this place. Unable to focus and memory loss. That was big for me. I know that when I start walking into rooms and don't remember why I'm there, that it's time to kind of pull back. And it doesn't, maybe it's not just a food detox, but maybe my mind is in toxic overload. And another big one is you're going to the gym, you're exercising, you think you're eating right, but you just cannot seem to lose those last 5 to 10, 15 pounds, especially around the middle of your body. So you're holding on to weight, holding on to inflammation. All of these are signs that the body is in toxic overload. And I'm going to skip through the part that I normally do that kind of gives you the more medical reasons of why this is happening. Do that in person with you. But what generally is happening in the body and what generally shows up is when your body is in toxic overload, it's also in an acidic state. So if you were to test the pH of your blood, it would be more acidic than alkaline. Now, I know that's a kind of medical term and so on, but we have a very simple tool that we use in the detoxicity of your blood, and that's the first thing that we do. And then we use the yoga, the high vitality alkaline foods that are provided for you, the stress management, the self-care, and also these tools that Helen are going to take us to help to change and shift the body or the blood level from an acidic state to an alkaline state. There's absolutely no way that your body can heal, reduce inflammation, lose weight, or have if your body is not to that state of alkalinity. So what are the 3 phases and the 5 pillars of the program? The 3 phases program, which is a 7 days, very important post-detox phase. The pre-detox, I hope you have a pen and paper there, so this is very important, you need to make a note of this. Pre-detox begins on Thursday the 26th, that is 3 days before the actual detox starts. In those 3 days is where we start the elimination process, where we start right in. So when you arrive to yoga on Sunday morning, you're freaking out because you haven't had your coffee, or you're craving sugar, or you had 2 glasses of wine the night before, and we need you to come to the detox kind of having gone through the kind of worst part of the detox, which is really those first 3 days when your body's starting to eliminate what I call the bad boys and starting to throw off toxic and acidic substances into your body. And you don't feel so great. You'll get more information about that. But your detox 3 days, you don't feel wonderful. It's not a walk in the park. So this is kind of your segue into the actual detox. Then we do the 7 days of the detox. So the first 3 days is eliminating what I call the bad boys, and I'm going to talk more about that. Then we go into the detox, where we are doing yoga every day with Helen, or self-inquiry, self-care. You are eating this food that is totally prepared for you, completely organic, from the source, fresh, alkalining foods, absolutely delicious, mostly vegetarian. There are 1 or 2 days we have chicken and fish. And then after those 7 days, you don't just jump back into your regular life. So it's not like on the Sunday morning when the detox is finished, you don't wake up that morning and have cheese and bacon omelet and wash it down with condensed milk and coffee, orange juice, and a mimosa. No, we kind of ease you back into your daily routine. Find out if there's any of those foods that you've been eating are actually toxic triggers for you, things that you should either avoid or reduce in your diet. For example, when I did that big detox, and I'll talk more about how I got into all of this when I see you, but when I did this 40-day detox, when I first moved to Mobay, I was in and also suffering terribly, terribly from indigestion. I thought I ate healthy, but every time I ate, my stomach swelled up like I looked like I was 9 months pregnant. I was on every drug, from Nexium to Orgastro to, I did barium tests, I did endoscopies and colonoscopies and everything. I swore I had stomach cancer. Something was terribly wrong with me. And it was when I did those 40 days of eliminating wheat and then adding it back into my diet and realizing that I actually have quite an intense wheat allergy. And so now I have chosen in my life to eliminate wheat. And every once in a while, when I cannot resist a piece of pita bread or something and I have it, I'm like, okay, now I know why I don't eat wheat. So those last 3 days, those post-detox 3 days, are very important. So those are the 3 phases of the program. The 3 pillars of the program, the 5 pillars of the program and how the program works is we're going to eliminate, we're going to incorporate, we're going to accelerate, we're going to motivate, and we're going to reinstate. So what does that look like? So the elimination process is eliminating what I call the bad boys. You can call them the bad girls, whatever you want to do. But these are the general everyday things in our diet that, if done in excess and over time, cause toxic overload. They are caffeine in all its forms, alcohol, and yes, wine is alcohol, sugar, which is a really tough one for people, wheat, and gluten. And I will talk more as we get more into our program. We'll understand exactly what these food groups are about. Dairy. I mean, guess what? We were grown sure you drink your milk and eat your cheese, and you know, so this is like a whole relearning of nutrition now, the science of nutrition and health. Dairy and all acidic producing foods. So for what we're doing in the program, it's eliminating those just for 1 week. I know it may sound hard, but just listen, it's 7 days of your very long life. So we're going to eliminate caffeine, alcohol, sugar, wheat, dairy, and all acidic producing foods. But unlike most detox programs that you hear about where that's all you do and then you drink some green juice or some terrible, I don't know, what is the master cleanse where you have apple cider vinegar and maple syrup and cinnamon for 10 days. No. My detox is about eating and using food, using the power of high vitality food to bring your body back to an optimal state of health. So that's where in this detox, it's not a choice. You don't have a choice not to have the food. I need you, we're going to do this kind of mind-body work, we need you to not have to be thinking about where you're going to go shop for kale. I am doing that for you, okay? So we're going to incorporate delicious, high vitality, nutritious as possible foods into our bodies. We're going to give our body, this is very important, we're going to give our body a 12-hour rest every night. So the reason why this program is effective is what we're essentially doing at the end of the day is just giving the digestive system a rest. All dis-ease happens from your throat to your pubic bone. Right, dis-ease all begins and ends in the digestive tract. So when I say about giving the digestive system 12 hours of rest, that means we're going to be having a liquid meal for dinner, a beautiful, nourishing, delicious soup and a small salad every night for dinner. And breakfast is going to be a green shake in the morning. Now, I know for some people that's really hard to wrap your head around. I understand that. But I'm going to teach you how to make shakes that are not only delicious, but also satisfying and filling. And then you do have a mid-morning snack. So believe me, I cannot go 3 hours without food, and I would never expect you to do this. This is not a starvation diet by any means. Read every single one of the testimonials on my website, and you'll see the biggest surprise of this all is how much food they ate, how delicious it was, and they still lost weight if that was something that they wanted to do. The other things that we're going to incorporate are exercise, your hour of power, which is something I'm going to teach you about. Of course, yoga. And breathing. 80% of the toxins in our body leave the body through.
Oh, have we lost her again, Monique?
Okay, it seems that we have lost Sharon for...
Okay. She'll jump back in a minute, I'm sure. So I think I can pick up a little bit for her in the meantime. Yay! Awesome. Yes, you're back. Good.
Yay. All right, back. Cool. The other thing is natural. Oh!
It's okay. We can hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Okay, good. The other thing is self-care. So you're going to be, this week is really like a staycation for you. You're going to remember what it's like to take care of yourself. You know, part of my requirement is that you book yourself a massage appointment or a facial or a reflex or do something wonderful for yourself. I also will be bringing my biomat, which is an incredible healing tool. It's a mat that contains 25 pounds of amethyst crystals and is heated by infrared light. So you're going to have that biomat at your disposal to come on anytime, preferably every day of the 7 days of the week. You're going to get lots of rest. I'm going to be like in your house looking at you every single night to make sure your lights are off and you're in bed at 9 o'clock, 8 hours of sleep every night. And I'll talk about the importance of that. And we're also going to look at not just what we're putting in our bodies and in our minds, but what we're putting on our bodies.
All right. Seems to be having a bit of...
So I think she was going on to say the importance of putting stuff on your body. Because absolutely the skin is the largest organ of your body, and a lot of people don't recognize that. Great, here we are again. I was just talking about the fact that the skin is the largest organ of the body, Sharon, and so that's why it's so important to be mindful of what we're putting on our bodies, because it's entering the body through our skin.
Exactly. So all of this is what, some of this may be new to you, some of this already, but are you putting it into practice? And we're going to really put all of these things into the week so that we incorporate all of this good stuff, right? Then we're going to accelerate the program. I only have you for a week. Helen and I only have you for a week. So normally what I say takes 7 days to renew, but 21 days to a whole new you. So in those 7 days, I want to be able to shift your blood from an acidic state to an alkaline state, okay? So I'm going to have to use tools, and our tools are going to be the yoga and the breathing that we do every day and the meditation. That's going to be some tools that are going to help you shift. I'm going to teach you about skin, which affects, as Helen said, the largest organ of your body is your skin. One of the main organs of detox is the lymphatic system, which is located just under the skin. So we're going to learn about skin brushing. We're going to learn about oil pulling, Epsom salts baths. And also one of the things that's not a requirement for my detox, but a suggestion, is that you do a colonic to help to clean out your colon. So these
Okay.
Helen?
We're really choppy today in her connection, but yeah. So the important thing is that this is a comprehensive process of really we're addressing every aspect of your body, your mind, and your spirit in this process, and that's why it's so powerful. And so even though it's only 7 days, it's going to give you a really solid foundation for you to carry forward into your life, and you're going to have very specific tools and processes that will serve you not only just that week, but for the rest of your life, literally. And transformation, I talk a lot about a shift, and Sharon uses the same word as well. So it's about shifting your physical being, but also shifting your mindset, because when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change, literally. In science, we've seen this, that literally by observing matter, you change it. So your attitude is a huge part of the shift that's going to take place, and seeing something from a different perspective is actually a miracle, right? That's what A Course in Miracles calls a miracle. It's a shift in perception. So you will walk away from this process armed with tools, but more importantly, I think, which is the beauty of going through a process like this in a guided way, is that you have this sacred, safe space that is created for you. You don't have to figure it all out yourself, and that creates a certain amount of relaxation into the process, and makes the process really so much gentler than a lot of the other harsh detoxes that too. I've done the master cleanse, which was fine, but it's a lot more rigid and strict, and I've done Sharon's food, and it is absolutely divine. So I know for me that taking that off the table, needing to figure out how to figure everything out in the midst of it is not fun for me. But I'm not a big cook anyway. The other piece is that addressing it from all sides at the same time, everything supports everything else. As you're going through the elimination, having tools to eliminate. I've been to many different detox things, and when they don't address the emotional aspect of it, because as we detox, as we open the body with the yoga, it's natural for stuff to come up, and it's important to know that it's coming up to leave, it's coming up to be released. And as we do this, then it's like clearing out a closet. really, and it opens and creates space for something new, for a different state of being, and for being completely different in how you are showing up in your life. And then it opens the doors for possibilities, which is really what we're going to talk about from my perspective on day 6 when we do that second workshop, is really looking and creating a plan for how to move forward. So it's not, this is the whole point, is setting you up for being different and continuing that. And so we'll be giving you tools for all of that.
So essentially, Helen, this detox is not for any one type of person.
No, it's for anyone who is willing and ready to take their life to the next level. If they've been feeling stuck, if they're having health problems, if they're having, or if they're healthy, relatively healthy as far as we know, right? Because we never know till the bottom drops out of the bucket. But I know for me, I have many times, for the most part, my energy, I have a lot of energy, and I'm in good health. And it's interesting. I've been last year when I was doing some integrative wellness work, right, which is really helping to balance my system. I did not understand that I could feel better, because sometimes what happens is you feel fine, but you've gotten out of balance so slowly and over a period of time that it feels normal. So what we're going to do is help you to achieve a new normal, if that makes sense. So yes, it's for anyone, but I think there's the people who are showing up here, there's a knowing on some level, and sometimes we don't know why we're attracted to something. But what we need to do is just follow that inkling that says, I don't know, but it seems like this is something that's I'd like to do. So yeah, it's there's always room for improvement.
I agree. So online we have a few people have identified themselves. We have Ingrid.
Yay.
Hello, Ingrid. Sulo. Jennifer Staniger was in, but she had to run out. She said to tell everyone hello.
Okay, cool.
So we also have Vanessa here. And there's one comment from Sulo. I'm going to read it right now. She says she's starting an experiment with a friend who was a spa manageress at super clubs. So testing the weather, classic European medi-spa concept with a doctor, which is Sue herself, will work at the Ligani Club in Jamaica, which is in Kingston. Sue says that she's opened up as a life coach and a medical coach in sexuality, natural medicine, back and neck pain, diabetes, heartburn, and asthma, chickpea. Some clients only need a good detox, and she's asking if she can refer outside your set courses.
She's asking if she can refer
outside of your set courses. So I'm assuming that she's asking if she can make referrals outside of the 7-day detox. That's to Sharon and to yourself.
Yes, and yes, our contact information is there, absolutely. I know Sharon and myself are work privately with individuals as well as doing programs like this, so absolutely.
Okay, great. And she also says detox works. I did it as a part of med school and got rid of migraine, arm acne, PMS, eczema, and viral problems, and etc. So
yeah.
That's pretty awesome. So Sharon, welcome back.
Yeah, hi Sharon.
I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna take a day today, but I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. So should I just pull back on where I left off?
Yes, so what I just talked a little bit about Friday and about how, as we let go, it opens up space for new things and new possibilities. So, and that we'll be leaving with specific tools and a plan for how to carry this forward, because this is not just a one-off thing.
Yeah, not just with the detox, but with Helen, both things, and I think that's why you're really with two people that are not just bringing you on a 1-week vacation. We are sending you home with a suitcase of tools, an entire toolbox, a whole damn tools and hardware store right there of everything that you need to carry this forward in your life. I want to skip quickly into the dates and times that you need to be committed to, because this is important. Now, this happened quite at the last minute, so I know a lot of you can't just jump and say to your boss, hey, I'm taking the week off. But I really want you to make sure for this week that you're not scheduling any huge momentous product launches or having a wedding or, you know, I want you to keep this week as simplified as possible, because you really are going to need to attend to yourself and also to show up for the required date. So the detox officially starts, a pre-detox is on Thursday the 26th. The full detox starts on Sunday morning, which is the 1st. We will begin at 9:45 somewhere, and so Helen, could you type into? Let me just wait.
You froze a little bit there. So you said so the times are for Sunday is 10 to 6, right? 10 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
And Monday?
10 to 6, right, 10 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, 8:45 until 1 o'clock. At 1 o'clock, or every single day at between 12 and 1, your lunch will be ready. So if we're finished our program at, say, 12:30, 1 o'clock, if you want to grab your lunch and go, you can. Or if you just need to sit there and eat and go, there's a place for you to do that. Tuesday, we don't see you at all until the afternoon. Tuesday, you're going to come at 4 for a check-in with Helen, and then we have yoga at...
Okay, still breaking up here a bit, but I can continue. Check-in for yoga at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's on Tuesday, March 3. And on Wednesday, March 4, you start at 8:45 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Thursday, it's in the evening from 6:30 to 8. Friday, it's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And Saturday is 10 to 12, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. All right.
Yeah.
Is that right, Sharon?
Oops, you've muted her.
Oops, sorry.
There we go. Whoops.
Yeah, Monique, could you just post the schedule up in the group chat for us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, and she just went through the schedule.
So what is a day in your life? Well, Monique, what is a day in your life? Yes, that's our schedule, but this is what a day in your life looks like on the detox. So upon arising, you're going to be having, first thing that you're going to do is be lemon water. Lemon helps to speed up the alkalining process of your body. And then we are going to have you, hopefully in the morning, right away as you arise, drink your lemon water and do your hour of power, some form of exercise that gets your heart rate moving, gets your body to sweat, which is a way of eliminating the toxins, where you also stretch your body and do a brief meditation. Then you're going to head back to your shower, where you're going to do your massage and your oil pulling. And I know you're going, what is she talking about? That will all become very clear. Then you're going to have your green power shake right after you exercise. And I will be sending you tons of recipes to really, I know you don't believe green shakes can be delicious, but they can be. And then around a couple of hours after that, you're going to have a mid-morning snack. All your snacks are provided on this detox. Lunch is between 12:30 and 1, and it's going to be the biggest meal of your day. Your lunches will always have a very high, it will be high vitality, of course, with a protein, a carb, and lots of green vegetables. We follow on the detox, and this is a rule for life, is 80-10-10 rule. 80% of your plate is green or fresh food, not necessarily raw, but greens from the earth, and then 10% protein, 10% carbs. If it's possible in the afternoon, we encourage you to take a quick power nap, and then you have an afternoon snack with herbal tea, and then dinner should not be any later than 6:30 or 7, which is going to be a simple soup and a salad, and we encourage you to go for a 20-minute walk after that to help your digestive system. After you have your dinner, there's nothing solid that goes into your body except herbal tea before you sleep. We really need that 12 hours to rest your digestive system. And we ask that you turn your TV, your phones, your computers off by 8 o'clock so that by 9 o'clock you are completely wound down and ready for bed. So that is really what a day in your life in the detox looks like. We told you what the schedule for the week looks like. And I just want to know if you have any questions right now. You can type them in.
Well, while you were gone, Sharon, I had read a question from Sue Lowe. Helen and I addressed it. She was asking if she could utilize your services outside of the detox time or hours. And it was said that both you and Helen do offer private sessions, so that's something that you can speak to them about privately. Yes, Sharon?
Okay. Yep, absolutely. For sure. Susan knows how to get in touch with me, for sure.
Right, and Leslie
anybody?
She has a comment for you. She says, "Loving your stuff, Sharon," with 3 exclamation marks, and you're still amazing. That's awesome.
Thank you. I hope I get more amazing. That's the plan. That's the plan. We all need to just keep getting more amazing, and that's what I want, is for all of us to be at our, operating and sharing with the world at our highest level. And this is where Helen has really come into my life. As I embark on a new career and a new business model for myself, taking everything that I've learned over the last 30 years and putting it into a package, Helen has really been the one that's helped me to kind of break through the fears and to have the confidence to do this. And I'm lit up now, as you can see. I'm totally lit up, even though the computer keeps going in and out. I think it's my energy that does that. I want to light you up too. I want the detox to light you guys up too. So what I want to say before, if you have any other questions. Sorry. Yes,
I'm just going to interject. Sue is asking about the cost. So I suppose we can go through those details, cost and the venue.
Yes. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Susan. So venue is going to be at 1 Bamboo Avenue, which is right, if you know where AFIA is, the yoga center. It's just up the road on the right-hand side. It's kind of that quiet road behind the U.S. Embassy where there's tons of parking, which is great, and security, which is great. And it's actually the home of my grandmother. She's no longer there. My aunt lives. Very quiet, tranquil, very sacred space to do this work. So that's where it is. The cost of the program is $995. What that includes is 7 days of meals, high vitality meals, not breakfast. You have to do your own green shake at home. I can't make it to your house every individual in the morning, but you learn to make your own green shake. But all your snacks, all your lunch and your dinner are included in those meals, as well as my entire program, my coaching, my workshops, my yoga classes for the 7 days, and Helen's, the input of Helen into this, the addition of Helen. Just so you know, normally 1 hour with Helen, a one-on-one session with
Nope. We lost her. I can help you out with that. So normally, an hour one-on-one with me would be $300 US. So one of the things that yeah, Sharon, you cut out for a second. So, oops.
No, she's still gone. You can continue. Helen.
Oh, okay. So what and with what you're getting in addition to, of course, Sharon and her expertise and her on the eating side of it and on the with her usual things. Oh, you're back. We were just talking about, I was just filling them in, that it's $300 an hour if they were to do a one-on-one. Oh, yes. And you were, so you can continue.
And I was just going to say that today only, the first 5 people that sign up and actually commit to the program. So if you go back to the email that you got and went to the registration page, and if you paid the $500 deposit, which is to confirm the space. Remember, we're very limited here. I can maximum fit 15 people in this space. So anybody who signs up to, or sorry, the first 5 people to sign up today are going to get a free one-on-one private coaching session with Helen during the week. And this is huge. So I'm so thrilled. Thank you, Helen, for that.
Yeah.
And I would say, if I were you, and this is calling you, that do that today. We don't have a whole bunch of lead time into this detox, because this just kind of, as I said, happened, the stars aligned, and Helen happened to be in Jamaica, and I said, let's do it. So we need to make some decisions, because before you know it, it's next Thursday, and it's pre-detox, and you have to know what the hell I'm talking about. And I can only give you information if you're committed and signed up. There's one thing you're going to learn about me and Helen, and if it's not scheduled, it's not real. If you don't take everything that we've taken today and schedule it and look at your calendar and say, okay, I can do this, and you don't commit to this right now, then for me, it's still just chatter in your head. And that means, A, you need more information, which I'm right here to give to you today, or by email. You have all my information, or Helen. Or it's just not the right time for you. But I want this to be the right time for you. I want you to be able to clear your schedule so that you can give yourself this as a gift. Now, as I said again, this is last minute, but things like this don't happen very often. I don't know when I'm ever going to get to Helen MacMillan here. And I am coming to do a detox in Kingston. It's going to be June.
Yeah. And Sharon, if I could just address that a little bit as well. You know, I see this all the time, is that the universe gives us opportunities. There are always opportunities, and we get to say yes or we get to say no. But I tell you that with those opportunities, especially when we're stepping into something that is a new level of expansion for us, or taking it to another level, with that always comes challenges. Right? And the bigger the breakthrough, the bigger the potential for a breakthrough for somebody, is the bigger the challenges that show up. So I just say that because I've learned over the years to address it with people, because it's coming. It's coming. Look for it. So what happens is you'll commit, and then you'll say, yes, I'm going to do this, and then you get something, maybe something comes up to hit you financially, like you have a challenge, and you're like, oh my God, no, I shouldn't spend the money on this, because now I have to do this, right? It's just a challenge. It is saying to you, will you step up? And the other piece is that when you decide, providence moves. So what comes first is the decision, and the place to listen to is the still small voice inside of you, that little churning in your stomach that you think is fear, but is really is excitement. Because there, and in your heart, if there's a little leap in your stomach, these are the things to look for. If you know that this is the answer, because we know we have been, everything is, when Sharon says the stars have been aligned, it is. And we have gotten our own challenges, okay? Trust me, we've already gotten the challenges, and they're happening even today on this call, right? And so I get excited. I've lived long enough, and I've done this work long enough to get excited when I see things like this happening, because I know that that's speaking to the potential of what is possible here. And so I'm very, very excited, and I know that this will be mind-blowingly transformational for those who are called to step up. So if you know that's you, take a deep breath, feel the fear anyway, and sign up today. And I'll tell you what's possible in an hour with me is literally a complete shift. and healing. And then on top of that, to add everything that we're giving. And just to give some perspective to it from a financial perspective, $995 to get Sharon and I for a week, including 2 full days with us, right? And a portion, at least 3 or more hours for the rest of the other 4 days, 5 days rather, is if the equivalent of that would be thousands of dollars, of US dollars. So this program is, and it's not to say we're not making light of the fact that it's a hefty investment, right? But you are worth it. Your life, you cannot put a price tag on your health and your well-being. You cannot. And so it might be that you might have to direct resources from another place. But this is something that's going to change your life. And so I would say put it in that light and check in with your gut and your heart. And hopefully, if this is for you, you'll step up and say yes. But I know that every time I'm called, and Sharon is the same, I know this because I've worked with her for a while, is that it's not that you won't feel fair. It's not. And that if you're feeling a little uncomfortable, that's a damn good sign. Right, Sharon?
Every time I, had to encounter Helen, I would find every excuse why I couldn't make it, and and that I said that all that stuff is just like, you are like so afraid of your magnificence and your how much you can shine that you don't even want to go there. So you find every excuse not to go there.
Yeah.
But when you're in it and you feel that power that's coming from the inside out, it's like that gives you the ability to affect every single person around you.
Yeah.
And what the world needs right now is people like you with your unique gifts and talents that have the ability to let go of the fear of shining bright and to be able to change everyone else and the situations around you for the better. We only have one life, and let's do it right, okay?
Yeah.
I want to leave you with a quote, and because this is a quote that I've been really helped me to make commitments in my life. And it says, the irony of commitment is it's deeply liberating in work, in play, in life. The act of commitment frees you from your internal critic, from the fear that likes to dress itself up, and parade around like rational hesitation. To commit is to remove your head as a barrier of your life. Next time, there is not going to be a next time that we know of right now. The commitment that you make right now takes all the fear out of your mind, and you're able to just dive into this. So I hope you'll commit, and you'll join us, and I will see you on Sunday the 1st. I needed to do this as soon as possible because there's a lot of information that you need to make sure we get into this program in a smooth, efficient way.
And the truth is,
thank you so much for your time,
Sharon. Sorry, I don't know why. I think she's hoping to give them the link again where they can go and actually sign up. So if Monique could probably put that link in the chat box, or if you can give them the web address again where they can go and sign up, that would be useful.
Sure, I'll explain where that is. Before that, Rebecca Khan, who is Susan Alexander's granddaughter, she says she's flying in from Miami. And Sharon, that's to you. That Rebecca is flying in from Miami, and we're hoping that she'll be joining us for the week.
Awesome.
And Sue made a comment saying it's time to start a mastermind tribe. We always do a detox tribe. Man, a mastermind tribe.
Yeah.
Okay, so for registration on the same page that you're looking at with the video, you just scroll down to the bottom and you can register there. You're saying something, Sharon? Okay, Rebecca says that she would definitely like to, and she's trying to make it happen. So Rebecca, we hope to see you there. Please register. The registration information is below.
Would love to have you, girl. Love that.
So yeah, so go ahead and remember that the first 5 people get to have a one-on-one session along with all the other goodies that are going to be happening that week, and we look forward to a very, very powerful, life-transforming, fun, exciting, delightful week. I can't wait.
I can't wait either. So thank you guys for listening us out. This will be recorded, so if you have friends or anybody else you know, you'll be sending out a recording, and you'll be able to watch this again and replay, and then also always know anything you need.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes. Yeah.
Namaste.